The topic for the day, what we discussed before, the ratio and proportions, right? And I gave you some homework. Did you complete it? Okay. So ratio, let's try to understand the meaning of ratio. Let's assume there are three sections A, B, and C. The number of boys in the first section A is given, let's say 50. B is given 20, is given here 30. The number of girls in these sections are, let's say this is 200, 80, and 120. If I'll tell you find out the ratio of boys is to girls, so what should be the ratio? Can I say which means 1 is to 4? Same thing here, 1 is to 4, and same thing here, 1 is to 4. What do you, through this example, what do you understand the meaning of ratio? What is the first point? What is the meaning of ratio according to this example? The first point is ratio is not uh, correct. What about the ratio meaning? The ratio is not actual value. First point, correct, no? I can conclude through this example that ratio is not the actual value. You see, the actual values are different, isn't it, everywhere, but the ratios are the same, correct? And also one point is we'll have a common multiplier, right? See, in every ratio, we have a common multiplier here, right? So x, I can write also x is to 4x. I can write also here x is to 4x. Same thing, right? So the common multipliers are, what about common multipliers here? In the section A, what is common multiplier here? X equals 50, correct? What is the common multiplier here? X equals 20. And what about here? X equals 30. So ratio can be the same, which does not mean that the same value. That depends on the common multiplier, right? If I write the ratio, let's say third point also very important. If I write the ratio 3x upon 4x, right? And I can write the ratio here 3 upon 4. Both cannot be equal, isn't it? Because I do not know what is the value of x, right? The common multiplier is very, very important. And one more good point is always we get confused. Let's say is given here a upon b equals 3 upon 4, which does not mean that a equals 3 always, which does not mean that b equals 4 always, right? Since it's the ratio, it's given a is to b equals 3 is to 4 is the ratio. It could be 12, it could be here 16, right? It could be here 15, it could be here 20, isn't it? So ratio can be different. So I cannot say A, I cannot assign 3 to A, I cannot assign 4 to B, which means very simple, ratio is not the actual value. Right? So these are the points you should keep in the mind. And also one point is you should be knowing, let's say ratio is given 3 is to 4. I can multiply by the common multiplier, correct? I can also divide by common divisor, right? But I cannot add Correct. I cannot add. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is also right in terms of ratio. This is also right. The ratio remains the same, but I cannot add or subtract in the ratio. If I add and subtract to the ratio, is a meaningless. There's no meaning. I cannot add to any ratio. I cannot subtract to any ratio. Okay. So let's go ahead and try solving one simple question. Your time starts now. A cane of nuts contains almonds and cashews in a ratio 2:3. If there are 30 almonds in the can, how many cashews are in the can? Very, very simple, isn't it? So I can say, see here, drawing a box becomes easier for us. So ratio, how much given almonds and cashew? 2:3. What is total ratio will have here? 5. 5 parts. So also given, how many given 30 almonds in the can. So actual is given 30 here. So using this 2, can you find out the multiplier? 15, that's all. Should be the common multiplier everywhere. So how much will get here? 45 here, 75 here. The question is, how many cashews are in the can? So 45. The answer is 45. Makes sense? So drawing a ratio box is very, very important to make it simpler. Otherwise also I can do it. I can say 2x and 3x, right? Is given the ratio. And also what is 2x here? Almonds. And the 2x is given equal to 30. Correct, no? So I can find out from here common multiplier, which is x equals 15. I'll equate. And that's all. I'll plug in here x equals 15. I get my answer. That is 15 into 3, 45. Let's go ahead. We'll try solving one more question. I'll give you some time. Here we go. Now, in this question, if you say, is slightly different. A cane of nuts contains almonds and cashews, right? How much given? 2:3. Almonds and cashews. Total is 5. If there are 75 nuts in the cane, yes. Now, actual given all together is 75. So, what is the common multiplier here? 15. Correct, no? That's all. That's all. So I'll get 45 here. I'll get 30 here. So only difference from the previous question, it was given individual. The number of almonds was given. Now what is given here? Number of total nuts. So that's why I must equate with the 5x. Correct? No. It's given 2x and 3x. Adding together 5x. And 5x is given here 75. I can equate this one, I can get the value of x. The x equals 15. And then that's all. I'll get the number of cashews, number of almonds. Question is number of cashews. Of course, my answer is 45. Yeah. Let's go ahead. We'll try this question. I'll give you time for 1 minute. Yes, very, very nice. See here, what is given is given a upon b equals 3 upon 4. Correct? So I must write this way, a equals 3x and b equals 4x. I can equate with the multiplier. Without multiplier, I can't equate. Correct? So look at the quantity a is given here a plus 1, which means 3x plus 1 divided by 4x plus 1. And the quantity b is given here 4 upon 5. Right? So that all depends on the value of x now. The moment you change the value, right, so you'll get different fractions. Hence option number D is my answer. Cannot be determined. Good, very good. Let's go ahead with this one. So easy, no? Very easy, I think, right? What is 120? Correct. Is given 2x and 5x. So 120 is the 5x. So how much will get here? A value of x? 24. So I got common multiplier is 24. Plug in here 24. How much will get? Okay, but what is the question? How many workers all together? So how many all together? 7x. Correct, no? So I know x value. So 7 into 24. Correct, no? 168. Good. Let's try now this question. Okay, before going for this question, uh, can you tell me what is the difference between average and weighted average? Tell me. What is the difference? Any idea? Okay, see. Average, this average means this is the average means total. Yeah, go. Yeah. The average means total divide by total divide by number of terms. Correct, no? This is the average. And how to find the number of terms? Total divide by average. How to find total? The number of terms into average. So remember this, if there is only one group, there is only one group, right? In this group there are many people are there. So I find the average. What is the weighted average meaning is, let me take one more, let's say there are multiple groups, right? We have a multiple groups. Then we say the weighted average. Example, say let's say group 1 is here. Let's say group 2 is here. Group 1, let's say we have some number of people n1. Group 2, let's say number of people n2. And I have a1, the average. You can assume whatever the average you can assume. Let's say the average of salary, right? Or average of ages, whatever. So this is the total, right? I can say sum 1. How do I get sum 1? N1 into A1. How to get sum 2? 8. So weighted, then we talk about the weighted average. If one group, we talk about the average. If there are multiple groups, we talk about the weighted average. Then if the average of the salaries of these two groups together, if the question is, that is called weighted average. So how to do it? A sum 1, sum 2. What about here? Divide by n1 plus n2. That is weighted average. Weighted average does not mean a1 plus a2 divided by 2. That is wrong. Many beginners think this way. That is wrong. Weighted average means total summation. So can I say, in other word, n, what is someone means what? Someone, can I say someone is a1 into n1. Correct, no? That is sum 1. What is sum 2? At a2 into n2 divide by n1 plus n2. That is called weighted average concept. So whenever we have a multiple, no, the multiple groups, then we talk about weighted average. If only one groups and any one group is there, so we always consider average. Clear? Completely? Let's go ahead. We'll try this one question. Try this one. The average salary of 12 employees at a certain firm is given this much. So if I draw the pie, let's say draw this way. Okay. First group, 12 employees. What is the average salary is given? 35,000. I can multiply, I'll get something here. Correct, no? So 4, 2, correct, no? Okay, next one. If the salary of 8 of the employees, so 8 employees salary, how much given the average? 40K, no? So how much will get? Correct. So what is the question? Remaining. Remaining means how much left out? 4. So this is summation, no? This is sum 1. Out of total summation, how much we have here? This much. Subtract. Correct. 1 lakh, no? That's all. Divide, will get my average of remaining 25,000. This kind of question they ask. Version, you will get the good score, don't worry. Let's go ahead with the next question. Remember we discussed one strategy, the hidden plugins. Remember you forgot. What is the meaning of hidden plugins? Initial value, correct, no? Where you will assume. How much I should assume here? How much you should assume here initially? What is given the fraction? 1/2 given, 1/2 given, 1/4 given. That's all, no? So what is a good number we can assume? 180, 160, any other good number? 100. No? Total is, let's say, 100. Okay. What is given the average? 78 total. So how much will get total summation? Correct, no? Now, also given here, if you see, is given that half given. What is given the average? A score for half student. Half means what? 50. Correct, is given 90. How much will get? 4,500. Now again, I can make one more. What is given the, look at the information given in the question. 1/4, no? 1/4 means what? 20, 25. How much given? 80. How much will be here? This is 2000. Correct, no? Now this is all together. This is equal, right? So again, plus we have one more remaining. What is remaining here? Correct. I'm sorry. Remaining is 25. Remaining we have 25. So, but remember, what is summation here? 4,500 plus 2,000. How much? 4,000, 6,500. So, what is remaining? Remaining out of this 1,300. And that's all. That's all. Divided by 25, I'll get the average score. What should be? 52. That is much more easier, no, in the calculation. Right, so that's why hidden plugins works. What is a hidden plugins here? I did it here 100. Yeah, right, good. Let's try solving this question is your homework. Homework number 1. Second. This is the question. Solve it right now. Did you understand the question? The kind. This what is the question and the concept? Which concept this is? Tell me. Average, weighted average. Correct. We have a different groups. Correct, no? See, we have 40 members. I have average here. 35 members. Other group. I have average here. Right? 30 members. I have the average here. 20 members. I have the average here. I can find out all the summations together. So 40 into 0.6. How much will get? 24. Good. Summation 2 I can find out here. 35 35 into 1.3. How much? 45.5. Good. 30 into 2.2. 66. And here 20 into 1.8. 36. I'll add all together. 171.5 and divide by total number of people. Divide by 125. Same thing, no? So what is the answer? But look at here. It's given the condition. Give your answers to the nearest 0.1. What should be the answer then? How much you got? 1.372. So what is the nearest? Correct. So answer is 1.4. So looking at the conditions, you must also put the answer. Is given nearest 0.1. So next number is 4.4. So 1.4 is the answer. Okay. Good. We tried many questions. Look at here now. I tried solving this once. So one more time. You try homework number 2. Take the homework. We'll discuss if he also joins Vishwanath. Okay, so let's go ahead. Try this one once. Take this also homework. Homework number 3. Taken? Good. That's all for the day. Yeah, and we will. I think you were not well also, right? Today you were not well.